Good day, dear students. Let us start our 50th lesson, and our topic is Apple Picking Part 2. So, today it's a poem by Robert Frost. So, today we will discuss the poem in detail. The poem starts with my too long pointed ladder is taking through a tree toward heaven still, and there is a barrel that I didn't fill beside it, and there may be two or three apples. I didn't pick up some bough, but I am done with apple picking now. So the poem starts with a person is shown, actually an apple tree is shown full of apples, and the apple picker, he is there and he looks at the apple tree, and then he says that my too long pointed ladder is sticking through a tree. That the ladder, it's already shown leaning against the branches of the trees, and there is an ant. He has picked maximum of the apples from that tree, and there is a barrel toward the heaven still. And what is the direction of this long two pointed ladder? It's towards the heaven, it's towards actually the sky. And what we believe in that the sky is, that the heaven is in the sky, so it's towards heaven still. That means it's on the ground and its face is towards the heaven. That means towards the sky, towards the heaven. And there is a barrel that I didn't fill. And no doubt he has filled some barrels, he has filled maximum of the barrels, and but there he again says that there is a barrel that I didn't fill, that it's left empty beside it, and there may be two or three apples. I didn't pick up some bough, and on some branch, bough means branch of the apple tree, there are some fruit still on those branches. While picking up the apples from the apple tree, some branches they left on these some apples they left on these boughs. But I am done with apple picking now. But he says, the narrator says, that now he feels that he is done. He has completed most of the task, and he is now tired, and he is now satisfied that maximum of the apples which he wanted initially to pick up from that apple tree, he has picked maximum of them. No doubt there are still few left on the certain some branch, but and there is a barrel that he didn't fill, that it's still empty. But he says that now he is satisfied with apple picking. A sense of winter sleep is on the night, the scent of apples I am drowsing off. I cannot rub the strangeness from my sight I got from looking through a pane of glass I skimmed this morning from the drinking trough. So, here in these lines, he says that the essence of winter sleep, it's actually long sleep, because apple picking is usually done in the season of autumn. So after autumn we know it's winter, so he, because and during autumn also nights are long, so essence of winter sleep, that means the long sleep and the rest that's enjoyed is on the night. And since now the day has ended and the night is approaching, and it is the winter sleep, that means it's the long night, and I want to enjoy that long sleep. The scent of apples, that's still on my mind. The temptation, the attraction of apples, that is still on my mind. But I am drowsing off. Now I am feeling sleepy. And so he actually then sleeps. I can't rub the strangeness from my sight I got from looking through a pane of glass I skimmed this morning from the drinking trough. And next morning, when he wakes up, he says that when he woke up, he can't rub the strangeness from my sight, because he was a little bit still drowsy, feeling sleepy, but at the same time he had waken up, And so he says that I got something, and what was that? It was a pane of glass. But pane of glass, actually, it was not pane of glass, but it was actually sheet of ice. And where did he get it? He get it from a drinking trough. It's actually we say trough, a drinking trough. It's a long, narrow pit for holding water. So, a water, we can say a vessel for containing water for drinking purpose, especially for animals. So he got a sheet of ice from that, and then he says that it's actually a pane of glass, sort of a pane of glass for me, because I put it before my eyes and I tried to see through it the other side. But, and at the same time, I was still feeling sleepy. I was still not fully awake. I had still the effect of sleep over my eyes. And then I got that sheet of ice from the drinking vessel and I hold it against my eyes to see through it. And I held it against the world of hoary grass. Hoary means grass covered with frost, because this happens during autumn and during winters. It melted, that means that sheet of ice, and I let it fall and break. But I was well upon my way to sleep before it fell, and I could tell what form my dreaming was about to take. So he hold that sheet of ice and tried to see the hoary grass, the grass covered with frost, and then he got fully awake, and during that time it melted. That means that sheet of ice melted and I let it fall, because since it melted, and then he dropped it and it broke. And then he says, before it melted and before it broke, I could remember everything about my dream, because now I was fully awake, and I could remember my dream very well. Upon my way to sleep before it fell, because I could now remember and I could tell what form my dreaming was about to take. Because during night also he dreamt about something, and what was his dream all about? It was again about apples and apple picking, because earlier in the earlier lines he told us that the scent of apples, that means the attraction, the temptation of apples, that was still on his mind, and that's why in his dream again he dreamt of apples. And again apples, they were coming in his mind. And so in the next lines he will discuss about his dream, and then what he derives meaning of his dream, what is his interpretation of his dream. Is that dream an ordinary dream, or it is a message? It's a dream with some significant or important message for him, and we will discuss that in our next lesson. So this is for today. Thank you. Have a nice time. Have a great day.